Deban.
William, honey. Apparently we are at loggerheads.
Yeah.
We've been fighting.
We hate each other because we've not been in any photos together. We read this on Instagram. Well, you know what that is? Hashtag fake news, honey. So we thought we would film a quick video together just to let you know what we've been up to here in Lisbon. Are you ready? Let's do this! Oh my God, it's so good that we're on good terms again.
Is the mic on?
It's on. You might notice in videos I'm constantly going like this because I get so paranoid because when you're in the interview, you've only got one shot, to quote Eminem, and I'm sitting there trying to think of questions while looking at the person, making sure the lighting's okay, that the camera's on, that the camera's focused.
It's not easy.
No,
it's
I'm constantly paranoid. But see, it's got a little green dot, and when that green dot is on, I know it's hitting the spot. Okay, visually. What's been your favorite interview?
Oh God, so many. You know, I was on a flight with Franca from Vienna, 4 hours, Vienna to Lisbon. And can I just say that was a 4-hour interview that nobody will ever see because the cameras weren't rolling. But as soon as we touched down at Lisboa, what did we do? Set up a camera. We're good to go. She is super engaging, as you discovered in your interview with her.
She's also a very nice woman. She's just very nice, very articulate, perfect English, beautiful face, but most importantly, a kind heart. She's a nice woman.
Speaking of kindness, we transitioned beautifully to Lithuania's Eva. I can never get her name right.
Yes.
But she is the warmest person you'll ever meet.
You know, I've not yet met her because every single time it's been time to interview her at an event or something else has come up. Like basically we're having an explosion on our computers, and so I had to run back and didn't do that. It's just been constant upheaval, but I look forward to meeting her eventually.
Oh, she is so warm, so kind, and so you just feel a sense of radiance and warmth and kindness. It's very unusual you see that.
Cynic from Belgium. Oh my God. You know what? She's worked at IKEA. She's got life experience. She's very interesting.
She's funny.
She doesn't take herself seriously. She had a birthday party. You know what she was doing? Have a bottle of wine. You take a bottle of wine too. You want some wine? Have a bottle of wine. And you know what? I didn't go because I was working, but you know what our team did? They took a bottle of wine.
Speaking of birthday parties, guess where we went to?
Philip Kirkorov. He gets it. This was the most lavish thing I've ever been to.
Ever.
That birthday cake.
birthday. It was like 10 foot tall.
It was like a 10-foot tall birthday cake. It must have cost 51,000 euros.
Literally.
There was music playing. There were things bursting.
7-course meal, honey.
Honey, 17. I kept the menu because they had cold starters, like 7 options, warm starters, 7 options, dinner, 3 options. So we're already at 17, aren't we?
We're already at 17.
And then we had the birthday cake. We had the rice cake. Sergei Lazarev was there.
A selection of desserts.
So did we catch up with him.
Izel was there.
Beautiful.
Alexiv was there. Even
Everyone was
San
there.
Marino's
Jessica from Malta.
And Jennifer Brenning. You know Jennifer Brenning speaks fluent Russian.
Does she really? Is she part Russian?
No, she's not. Her grandmother lived in a Russian village. She's got ancestors who learned Russian, but somehow she manages to speak it.
That is celebrating diversity.
Absolutely. Eleni Fuera was at that
Oh my God.
party.
Okay, this is the interview highlight of the year for me. When the first day, there were a sea of journalists. Everyone wanted to talk to Eleni, and she was going to go because they were just so exhausted. But then she recognized me from our video, the reaction video of the pineapples and bananas, and this was so touching. She told me that her and her team now joke, I got my pineapples, I got my bananas. And so we went upstairs.
And you got a boomerang.
Yes, we got a 10-minute interview. And she talked about, fleeing Albania during the Civil War. And what I love about her is I said, you've seen the best of people and the worst of people because Greece accepted you. And, during the Albanian War, people were killing each other. And she said, no. It's not the worst of people. It was people in a very difficult situation. She humanized the situation. She gave it context. This shows what a smart woman she is. It is not black and white. People are pushed to their extremes sometimes in very difficult situations. What I'm trying to say is she's a thinker. And she is much more complicated than many people think. People think, hot woman, she may not be bright. No, she is smart. She is kind. And yes, she is beautiful. Don't hate on someone because they're beautiful.
Yeah, and it shows... Absolutely, and quite often they are the victims. I find beautiful people get hated on.
All the time. All the time. I mean, she's a special one, and she'll be closing the Wee Wee Jam. Jam.
We've got to talk about
Oh
the
my
Wee
God.
Wee
The
Jam.
tickets, the extra 100 tickets we released sold out in 2 minutes. 120 tickets, an additional 120 sold out in 2 minutes.
And apparently, well, it was all a publicity stunt. Well, I wish it was, because I have
was a
many
publicity
friends who
stunt.
can't get in.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too,
like,
me too.
you know.
What it really is there are fire and safety rules, and you cannot have beyond 120 extra people on top of what we had already sold.
The hardest thing to manage so far is a guest list of 10 people. 10 people on a guest. Who do you cut?
Well, so what we're having to do is use journalists. It's basically bigger media outlets can get in. So BBC, for instance, will have someone from El Pay, the Spanish newspaper. We're just having to do it that way, which is difficult. It's very
But
difficult.
even then, there are 43 broadcasters.
Yeah, and so not all of them can come. It's very difficult. Basically, our venue has, 400 people, 500 people?
Yeah.
But, we can't rent a 10,000 person venue. We don't have the funds to put down the deposit. But people think this is some kind of cash cow. It's not. It's been a lot of stress, and Hard Rock's been generous enough to give us the space. So
they're great.
You
And
roll
we've
with
had
what you
this-
got.
We've had this association with Hard Rock since our very first Wee Wee Jam in
2016.
Stockholm. Flashback to Amir, Iveta Mukucha, and Sergei
Oh my God.
Lazarev.
Well, this year we're going to be slaying with Eleni Ferreira, with Equinox,
Slavko
with Franca.
Kalezic.
Yeah, the names go on. We're not going to reveal everything. You can follow Wee Wee Jam on Instagram and also Wee Wee Blogs. And in any case, what performances have really touched you?
Oh, so many songs that didn't touch me at first have truly elevated. I really liked it when we doubled up on Izelle's interview.
Yes.
And you were talking about her crouching down and the mountains.
It was nice.
Oh, please give us a little snippet.
We can't do that because the EBU has new rules about using footage. Basically, they want to have all the views on their YouTube channel, and delegations don't want non-professional footage floating around. And so we can't share videos with you anymore from rehearsals, really. It's like 2 minutes max per day and only 10 seconds per country. It's very tricky to get around. But you got to roll with what you got. I'm just glad we're here having fun. And we can still do reaction videos and things, and that's wonderful.
Absolutely. And we've been going to Vasco da Gama shopping center, trying every restaurant, every ice cream
You
stall.
got new shoes. We had boomerangs with Netta.
Oh, that was good. So
Woo.
the Nessa interview was interesting. It was off-site. We had to go into her hotel.
Don't reveal the name, it's private.
I know. And it was really good. En route to her hotel, we had so many moments. Oh, God, we're running out of time. We really have to go. And we interviewed her. It was the last interview of the day. And she really came alive in that interview.
Yeah, she did. And it's tough for her because she's had so many interviews. There's so much pressure, so much hype. If I was her, I'd be asleep. I wouldn't be giving any interviews.
Tell me about it.
And you really start to sympathize with the artists because we're obviously in this room with no windows for 14 hours a day or whatever, 12 hours. And they are on this bright stage. I understand why they're exhausted. There's a lot of pressure on them.
We're exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
I mean, we're exhausted. But what's really good is that a lot of the delegations have started to involve us in their sort of surprise appearances.
Yeah.
And we do have Wee Wee bloggers outside of the bubble, like Antranik Shokayan.
Hey, Antranik.
Who actually went to the Lisbon Aquarium and
Oceanarium, honey.
Yeah, and met up with Zibs and Ryan O'Shaughnessy and Ari
Olafsson.
And it was a really up and close personal moment.
Oh my God, my sister is here. This has been hilarious. Well, she's on the live stream. Girl will not get off the live stream. It's been a really interesting experience having her here because she's not a diehard Eurovision fan, but she's slowly becoming one. And to have her perspective on things is so funny. And it's so interesting.
She picks things up quite quickly.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about her being on the live stream, she moved out of the frame because she was crying when Michael Schütze.
She got very emotional. When my father was dying of Alzheimer's over like the course of 4 or 5 years, she was right there living it up close and personal every day, watching my poor mother, taking care of him until the very end, climbing in his bed in the hospice where he was dying. She's reliving it. She's reliving it, yeah. And she was crying during every take. You probably saw.
Yeah.
And like she's a very confident, not cold, but very put together person. And so I think that just conveys the power of Michael Schulte's song. And I think many people will experience what she experienced. And I also, during our reaction video, I also lost it for like 5 to 10 seconds. But thankfully, Porig was being sarcastic and making fun of us. And so then I was able to kind of wipe those tears away.
He really whips the team in shape.
I love that.
But speaking of whipping in shape, Susanna better put herself together because she's got a workout session with Austria
Cesar Sampson,
tomorrow
literally.
morning.
What's funny is he recognized her and said, "Oh my God, hey Suzanne, I know you lift in competition," because he follows her on Instagram and you can as well at SuzAdams1. And he was like, "You want to go to the gym?" And she's like, "Hell yeah!" And then they followed up and they've booked a gym session. So we're gonna see Cesar squatting, Cesar doing sit-ups, and my sister there lapping it up.
Amazing. I'm gonna bring Cesar into the shot.
Is Cesar here? Oh yeah. Can you just grab him quickly? We're gonna grab Cesar. He's just out of frame. Deban's very strong, so maybe he'll even lift him and set him here. He's been working out as well. Cesar, of course, is always always in the press room. He always has a presence. He's always here. And you're going to see exactly why in 3, 2, 1. Turn him around. Let us see. There he is, honey. Cesar Sampson. Let's ask him some questions. Cesar, how are you doing?
I am very fine. I had a very good dress rehearsal, and I think that I am going to do well in Eurovision.
Oh, yeah. Das gefällt mir. Honey, what are you wearing today?
For you, I will take everything off.
Oh, that's so kind. I love your porcelain skin. Thank you so much.
Can we end the video so we can have private time?
Oh my goodness, this is getting X-rated. Deban Adarimi, you need to give Cesar back his identity. He is a gentleman. He would never say something like that. In any case, Deban,
That is what we think. What do you think?
Look, we're going to try to film more of these videos where we just catch you up with what we've been doing. It's just that things get so hectic because, like, literally, I'll be writing up a review post, but then it's time to do an interview, but then the camera in the press conference room dies, so I have to run the USB, while at the meantime I'm getting an email from my real job telling me I have something to do. You know, it's just been...
And then the wee jam takes up
partying,
so
sound
much
checks,
time.
Confirmations, arrivals. It's
Running
a lot.
order.
Yes, but you know, oh honey, you gotta. I haven't had dinner yet. We need to. Basically, we need to eat before we interview Claudia Pascual from the home nation.
Honey, I'm off to the Nordic party. I don't know about
so we're
you.
splitting up this evening. I'll be working, he'll be partying. I've never heard this scenario before, ever. In any case, that's what we're doing. What are you doing? You can let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Be sure to follow. Our Instagram is totes on point, so be sure to be following that. We're also on Pinterest, Tumblr, YouTube, Snapchat, Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter.
Social the media.
Is that a Lainey vlog video? Has that been published yet?
No, not yet, but
Look
it's coming
out for
soon.
it, honey.
An amazing video of Eleni in a sea of people, a sea of flags, if you will. In any case, we will see you later. Bye!